here for brevity here. I want you to comment on the importance of working across churches involved in prison ministry. How has your national ministry progressed in engaging churches from different Christian traditions in working together for the benefit of those who are impacted by crime? How is this working itself out in your prison ministry? I want to get back to you, Ruth, but let me hear from Virginia on that. How has that been hammered out in Sri Lanka?
We have the board operating from Colombo, that is the capital city, but we have devolved the work to regional committees in the regions. So the regional committees comprise of people from the various denominations. And we bring them into the regional committee by inviting churches to conduct a particular program in a particular prison. And once church members go into prison and see the conditions and the need, somehow they get, they are set on fire to serve in this area. So as a result, we have churches from various denominations not only working together to help prisoners, but they also support the ministry financially with volunteers. And we have found that prison ministry is essentially the church's ministry. And PF Sri Lanka is only there to facilitate for churches to get involved in the ministry.
You're well engaged.
Yes. And it has been a blessing to us as well.
Yes.
We have already the commitment of many interdenominational churches, even within our own board of directors. This means to say that all Christian churches are represented within our council, and therefore they send us chaplains who come from different Christian religions, and therefore they go to prison, they see the various chaplains, and therefore the prisoners themselves can see these different chaplains who represent obviously the different religions and Christian communities. For example, our own president from the Anglican Church, also there's another one which comes from the Roman Catholic Church. There are others, for example, who comes from the Pentecostal Church. And therefore this diversity is the very basis of our work, because even on the level of our volunteers, they also come from different denominations, from different Christian churches. And therefore they all enter into prison, and the prisoners themselves are going to see that as their members are there, that they are part of these chaplains as well.
Another comment?
Sí.
Yes.
Una consideración inicial.
An initial consideration. I believe that for many years and in many places there has been a mistake to believe that only the region or a certain denomination was enough to change the heart of men. If that were true, then the problem would be fixed, because then in all the prisons of the world we would always find a team of Christians, Catholic or Evangelical or Baptist or whichever they are, which are there doing a work. And the violence inside the prisons and the index of criminality are very high. So the religion is not enough to change, because the prisoner below the cover of the region, they look for privileges and for advantages with the volunteers. And many times when the Catholics come, then they are Catholic, and they put on their rosary on their necks. But if there's a poster that is Lutheran, now they are Lutheran. If the Baptist comes, then they are Baptist, and that's how all the other religions. So sometimes because there's a lack of a piece of paper, then there's pieces of the Bible to write down notes. So what we need to do is a complete method, which not only the region, but it's a method that will help everybody to have a change in the heart of men. And that is why we cannot impose this or that religion. What we should do is to apply a method that will help us to have the experience of God, so that when it's outside in the street, he can take love and God with himself and be able to choose this or that religion. And this is why the first testimony that we can give to prisoners is the testimony of unity. It's a work that can be ecumenic, and we're not going to say or propose this or that religion. We're going to talk about unity, and our first worry is for them.